What's up, guys? It's Ben with Underrated Garage. Behind me is my '01 Vette. If you didn't see, I picked this up 2 weeks ago today. Pretty cheap. Today is the first video we're doing with it of the 3 upgrades you need first if you get a C5 like this. They're cheap, they're pretty easy to install, but it'll make a world difference of owning this car, so it's definitely worth doing. Before you even think about upgrading your car, you should get it up to date on maintenance first. So that is what I did here. I already changed spark plugs and wires, put a new battery in, and did an oil and coolant change. You want to do all that first when you buy a used car, especially in my case. This car sat for 2 years before I bought it. So the first upgrade I want to show you is actually safety related and also convenience. In this box here, I have these pucks that you attach under the car, and they're a point you can put a jack or jack stands depending on how you're working on it. You can get these things on Amazon for like $20. I'll insert pictures of the Amazon listings and links in the description below so you guys can pick this stuff up yourself. So this is all the rubber pucks are. It has this little part that slides up into the frame and just sits there like that. But I'm not a fan of this style. Versus this is what we're going to now. You can choose them in red, silver, black, and it's just gonna sit right here and give me a point to safely put the jack stands when I'm working on the car. So you slide the bolts down into their places there, line this up on the back, and you start the threads. And now you can basically see what we have here is just a better version of this. We're gonna slide that up there, rotate it 90 degrees, and then all you do is tighten those 2 bolts down. I feel much safer with that than with these rubber ones that crush in that I still have on the front of the car. So once I swap all of those out, I'll be much better off, and there's one less thing you have to keep in the car. Speaking of keeping things in the car, this is something you are going to want to keep in your C5 Corvette. This right here is just a little 3D printed cup holder extender. If you know anything about the cup holder in this car, it's right in the center console here, and it is shallow. You take one turn, that is gone. Even when you're stopped, if you bump it, it's like ready to fall out. Look at that. So you slide your little cup holder extension on there. Now you're much more stable and secure. Honestly, this is just a minor upgrade if you like the convenience of being able to remove it when you're not using it. For these cars, they also make cup holders that you slide up under the center console over here. And this only cost me about $10. I will put a link to one and put a picture on the screen so you guys can pick one up yourselves too. The final upgrade I want to show you guys today is this little plug here. Something super simple, but if you know, you know. These cars have something called a skip shift, where they basically force you to go right from first gear all the way to 4th gear if you're at a certain RPM range. This was done to meet like emission standards back in the day, I guess. Terrible in my opinion. So this little thing deletes it. You can pick this up for anywhere from $15 to $25, I would say. This was on Amazon as well. I'll put the picture and link down below, and I'll show you how easy it is to install it. We're laying under the rear of the C5. If you know about these cars, the transmission is in the back, and off the side of the transmission is this plug. This is for that skip shift feature. I already pulled it loose. You just lift that end of the tab, pull it off like this. Your little eliminator has the same plug as right here. So you replace that factory plug like that. And then the other end here is what you're going to plug the original. There we go. That was a good click. So now this new piece is just in between the factory plug and the transmission. And then this kit came with zip ties. You can see I put a zip tie up top and a zip tie right on those lines with the new piece. So now we finished up those 3 simple upgrades that should be the first things you do on your C5. All of them combined only cost you like $50, and it'll make owning this car a lot better. So definitely do those first after the maintenance though, as we talked about. This next thing I'm gonna talk about is not something you have to buy at all. You're actually taking something off of the car. These are the body side moldings, aka spears to some people, that were a factory option on all C5s. You can see mine are faded out pretty bad, and it just generally ages the car and takes away from the overall look of it. People will tell you that there's benefits to them, like, you know, people swinging their doors and you don't get a door ding, or people will tell you it's an aerodynamic difference, but to me, it's an eyesore, and none of that will outweigh how much better it'll look without these. So unfortunately, I'm running out of daylight to show you guys the removal, but I'm going to try to at least get a start on it. So we're going to use some fishing line, a heat gun, and all I'm going to do, heat it up, and then you're going to put the fishing line in the edge and start working your way through it. So as you can see, I'm just gliding the fishing line up and down. There we go. So as you just saw, you make your way through double-sided tape, which looks like this on the back. So you're left with some remnants of double-sided tape and adhesive and gunk. And the best way to get that off is one of these eraser wheels on a drill. So I'll show you what that looks like to use. But that was a really quick pass. And look at that. We're making progress here. I'm going to get the rest of this gunk off and clean it up so I can show you what that'll look like without it. I'm going to do a really quick polish on this just to show you guys how good it's going to clean up. So that cleaned all those black smudges off. Or you can tell it's just a slight shade off because of the faded paint on this car. That fender is going to look so much better, and this whole car is going to look so much better when I get this off. Just got the whole spear off the passenger side door. Time to use that eraser wheel, get all this gunk off. I'm going to clean it up, hit it with the buffer, and it should be looking great. The body side moldings are completely removed from my C5. And look how much better this thing looks. I don't believe anyone wants these on their car. Just as a reminder, because I haven't done this side yet, this is what that thing looks like on the car. I mean, it is just hideous. The car is looking really good after I took all the Boomer shitty mods off of it, and now with the body side moldings deleted, the new front plate filler, this thing is starting to come together. For $50 and a day's work, the car looks better because of the body side molding deletes, drives better because of the skip shift or CAGS delete. It also is more functional because of the cup holder solution on the inside, and when you want to work on it, you have those jack points underneath. Not many tools needed, not much mechanical knowledge needed, and not much money. So that is why these are the first things you should do on a C5 Corvette if you pick one up. I'm sure some of these things do cross over to the C6. Hope you guys enjoyed. There will be lots more C5 content coming, 370Z content. We've got the Porsches back there. Lots of good content coming all around on the channel. So please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, drop a comment down below. All the interactions and support we get means a lot. So I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.